Okay.
How did your individual assignment go?
My example.
What's that? You actually cut out for just like a second.
I said like I wasn't stupid, but oh well, I got it done.
Dude, I did not understand these past 2 weeks.
I'm trying to remember what last week's was now. Last week's I thought I had a better understanding than this week so far.
So did I, but that's still not saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reread the chapters, and I watched the videos, and even then, I'm like, I still don't understand it.
See, I actually find her videos pretty useful myself.
But, I do, but I don't know. At
yeah,
the same time,
it's getting a little bit more difficult each week.
And we have a test this week.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I'm sure it won't be any issue at all, right?
something like that.
Good thing we have. How the test been going for you so far? To this point,
my first ones were really good, and then we've only had 3, but the first one was my best grade, obviously. But I mean, I'm still passing all of them, so I can't really complain too much. So
that's good. That's what counts.
As soon as I start failing them, if I do, that's when I can start to complain a little bit. But I have a passing grade, and I'm passing the tests, and so can't really complain. For our group project this week, do we just want to do the same sections we did, or do you want to switch them up?
I might want to switch up just a little bit, just because my section was it ended up being the longest, and so maybe it might just be because I might have done too much work.
Okay. I don't know. I don't care regardless.
Doing the scriptural connection this time.
Well, you want to?
Yeah, if that's all right with you.
I don't care. Well, then that means I'm taking the beginning again, and since Cole can do the hard part.
That's fine. Like that averages out to equal work, because you had the medium part first and last time, and then us with the longest and shortest sections flip-flopping.
Okay, and I don't think Cord will have a problem with that. He's been pretty easygoing for the most part. So.
And let's set like a a deadline of having our parts done by Wednesday night, just in case anybody else needs to jump on another part of it. We can help each other out in case, and that way we can give ourselves a cushion before Thursday when it's due.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and make our Google Doc right now. Slide right now, just while we're here.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked. It's the beginning of week 10 already.
I know, we only have like 4 weeks left, don't we?
Yeah. I'm pretty happy. Next semester is my last.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I graduate in December, or going crazy.
Nice. Yeah, I still have like 4 semesters after this one, so yeah.
Well, I mean, what I decided to do is I'm doing more school. Like, the reason I couldn't meet with us last Monday is I was taking the LSAT. I'm actually trying to apply to go to law.
Oh, so this is right up your alley, this type of stuff.
I mean, I guess so. Like, I mean, I'm still learning it just the same as anybody else. It's just something that I'm very interested in.
Yeah, and that I'm honestly just taking this class because I have to, and I have no interest, and so maybe it kind of, I don't know.
What's your major?
Accounting.
I'm business management.
I was, but I switched it over. I
That's a
like the
smart
accounting.
move. I haven't done a ton of it, but I hate business management completely. Like I hate pretty much everything about the business world. As I've gotten further and further into this major, the greater like my disdain for it has grown, and I just want to not do it at all.
I was going through that, and I took an accounting class. I'm like, I like this stuff, so I switched and haven't looked back.
Move. Yeah, like I'm tired of stupid business books all the time that all say the same thing. They think that they're being clever, and it just on me. I'm so ready for it to be behind me.
Oh, good. Well, the law. That's some intense stuff.
Yeah.
So I just sent you the email. jplottus@gmail, right?
JS Plottus.
Oh, I think that's what was saved into my computer. If not,
it was. Yep. I just got it.
Okay, and like I said, I haven't typed anything. I just sent it just so we're all on the same page.
Cool.
And I'll take that first. From our feedback from last time, she said it was good, except there was just some minor grammar mistakes, like random capitalizations and just stuff like that.
Okay.
And so, yeah, overall we just did pretty good. Like if that's the only thing that she didn't like was
and then minor. I think she said at one point that we on the part where I was at, I think she's talking about my section, that I spent too much time rehashing some of the facts of the case instead of just.
And I think that
how it was ruled on.
And I think that was part of mine too, because basically that's all I did. But I mean I didn't really know what else to do. But if that's it, like I think we still got an A on it. So
I feel like maybe I'm I don't know. I don't know how we would go about just diving like right into the results of the case or how it was ruled on, because I feel like how that would open and feel right doing it that way, I guess.
Right. I almost wanted to do it like as if they hadn't read anything about it. So but yeah, she just
we're trying to do like a top to bottom presentation on it.
Yeah, and we got a 92%, which it's worth 50 points, so we got 46 points, and so that works for me. Like I'll take it.
It's equal in worth to a test.
Oh, is it really?
It's worth 50 points.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm looking at the grades right now. It is. And I actually so we don't have to do an amicus brief this week, but we can to make up for.
I completely spaced on one last semester, so I still have to go and do mine this week, unfortunately.
So do I. I missed week 6 because I thought because it was due Monday morning, but I'm like, oh, it's due Monday morning at like noon. No, it's due Monday morning.
Like, that might
at 8.
The exact same one I missed on as well. Let me look.
Yeah, mine's week 6. Big ol' 0.
No.
No. Yeah, so I feel like this class, I feel like the tests are worded weird. Like, I don't know. I feel like the way that they're written is kind of confusing, and the tests themselves are kind of hard. But I feel like there's enough work outside of the tests.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's enough work outside of the tests to help lift your grade. Like the group presentations and the amicus briefs and just everything. Like there's a lot of work, but I'm kind of thankful for it, so my grade's a little bit higher.
Yeah, I can understand that. I'm trying to score proving a little difficult. I need to raise what my to hit the median GPA I'm trying to get into. I have to raise my grade point. Like the median GPA there is a 3.5 on who they accept, and mine is a 3.489.
Oh.
Just get it up just a little bit.
Oh, that. I mean, you'll do it, but
I hope so. It's so painfully close.
yeah,
And I don't know. I'm only taking 4 classes this semester because I'm running out of stuff to take. I have 2 A's and 2 B's, but I am trying. I'm considering taking a or something in the fall that I don't need just to have another class I can get an A in to try and boost my GPA just that less than 1/10 of a point.
Yeah, that'd be worth it. That would be worth it. But yeah, so I think if we just do that on our group presentation, and we'll just make Cord do the meat part, and you do the principal, and then I will do the facts again.
Okay.
And we can bust it out, and I'm sure we'll get a good grade because I mean it's kind of hard not to. So.
Okay. Well, with my individual example this week, I talked about a regulation A. I just use an example of if I were to start a small company that has a level of success, but still stay small, and I wish to have a public offering. It's an exemption that allows for smaller companies to have access to capital they could otherwise not access. I mean, it feels like a different concept. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm jealous of other people, but like the group right below us had regulation D, and I was like, I feel like regulation simpler here.
I'm like, I understand that one. This one, I'm just like, I don't know.
I know I've read the section there that talks about regulation A specifically at least 5 or 6 times,
so
and I'm just like, part of it feels like just words.
Right. Did you watch the video on the Securities Act of 1933?
I have not watched the video yet. No.
So I like watched that. I'm like, okay, she'll definitely talk about regulation A and D. No, she only talks about regulation D and not regulation A. And I'm like, what the heck?
Oh man.
So I'm like, well,
I mean, it might not have been regulation A might not have come about with that Securities Act just because it looks like, or maybe it was just an update that they did in 2012 with the Jobs Act.
Yeah, and I think that was it because I've Googled it and I've read other websites' definitions and I'm still just lost. I mean, I have a small understanding, but not well enough to get to be tested on. I don't think.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But for my individual example, I just basically did the same thing. I had a business that qualified as an emerging growth company, and that I wanted to sell some stock that was under $50 million worth of stock. It was I think I put 25, and so I just notified the SEC and went through all the requirements, so I didn't have to register that under the act. So it was, I mean, pretty simple. I honestly feel like the paragraph is a lot of fluff almost, because like the actual act is like the top paragraph, and then other than that it talks about like different acts and crowdfunding, and like, so I feel like the actual regulation is just that first paragraph, and then everything else is just kind of supporting. So that's kind of what I built my individual example off of.
Okay. Wait, I'm gonna screen share real quick, and then as I'm filling out this the sheet here, so going to the quiz question, I'm kind of going to go off of what you say. So, like, if a company issues a public offering of less than 50 million in like a 12-month period,
Right.
what we'll say, what would likely be the best exemption to take advantage of?
Yeah. I like that. Although I haven't read Regulation D, so I don't know.
Well, Regulation D is it's for
Oh, private sales.
like so it talks about national banks and insurance companies, those who are more educated on into,
Yeah, and
and
then
then also they I think I was reading somewhere also when I was trying to find out more about Regulation A as well. I think that it said that recently has lowered the threshold. Maybe it started at 5 million, went to 50 million, and not went from 50 million to 5 million.
I think I read that too. And then I also read that there were 2 tiers, and there was a 20 million one that had different advantages and disadvantages. Then there's a 50 million one that, and so I'm just like, I'm not even gonna read into that because I don't even understand what the book's telling me.
Here with the correct answer feedback, we'll say Regulation A simplifies registration procedure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and then for Regulation B,
there's nothing worse in the world than like when you sit there and you misspell something and like spell checks like, no, I can't even help you with that word.
Yeah, I
small
public offerings. And then I'd put for the wrong answers just Regulations B, Regulation C, and Regulation D, and then we could just put what they each cover.
What's the once again I use the Kindle, so I don't have it. I don't know what page number it is. What's the page number on it?
419.
You.
And then Regulation B covers oil and gas securities. And that's page 420.
Okay.
And then Regulation C deals with general registration requirements. Registration by foreign government. Yeah, Regulation C. And it's general. It deals with general registration requirements
by foreign governments.
Yes, and other rules.
It's like some of my group projects are starting to ramp up in other courses. It's making me really appreciate this course. That the page 420 also.
Yes.
Okay, but like I appreciate that it's reasonable in this class about our group work.
I thought that I was gonna hate meeting weekly, but it's actually helped me so much.
There's the worst one was my statistics course a couple semesters ago. We had to meet twice a week.
That's a little excessive, but I mean, once a week, I don't know, it's kind of helped.
Yeah. Regulation D is intended.
I just put that it deals in private sales and that it's intended to simplify private sales offerings. And that's also page 420.
Cool. All right, let's figure out what our example is real quick.
I think your example sounded. I mean, we've gotten A's on all of our things where we've just used an individual example. I think as long as we talk about it and just make it really similar, or even use the same one.
Yeah, we'll say Jim makes. All right, well, let's go with that sentence.
I'd also put like, because I feel like it kind of stresses that the seller notifies the SEC 20 days before the offering date.
Okay.
And then, because there's a pretty hefty portion of that paragraph that talks about that. So, but yeah, other than that, I think that section, I think it just gets pretty complicated. But the things that we really need to know are like in that first paragraph, just kind of the bare bones of it.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks good.
Cool. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else at all that you want to discuss or go over or anything like that, or?
I don't think so. I think you're right. I'll text in our group text that Cord has that middle portion.
Okay, so like you're going to do the introduction. He's going to do the
I can't remember what they call
like
it.
the result and everything.
Yeah. And then
I will cover the scriptural principles.
Yeah, and then we let's just have them done.
Let's plan for it to be done
night.
Wednesday night, yeah. And so that way, if somebody's behind or something's come up, then we're not going to can on it and make sure we can get it completed by Thursday evening.
So they are due by Thursday night or Thursday morning?
I thought it was Thursday at midnight. Let me take a look.
Because one of my classes they're due at night, and one of my classes they're due at 10 in the morning. I can't remember. This one or my son's one.
It says due date 2 of your assigned week, which I think is Thursday at midnight.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, and then if we need to, we can just have Thursday night or Wednesday night, just like last time.
Mm-hmm.
If we really need to do it, but I doubt it because everything went pretty smoothly last time.
Yeah, I think so. You guys were all right.
So, okay. Well, I will text him and let him know.
All right, cool.
So, alrighty. Well, we'll see ya.
I'll catch you later on.
And see ya.